Hey guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. My name is Chief Pat, and today, bringing you guys an Xbow Golem combo that I was trying out the other day. Now, for full disclosure, I don't think this deck is the best deck in the game, but it was pretty fun to use because I had just unlocked the Golems and really leveled them up. So let's go ahead and try it out right now by dropping a Golem in the back. Alright, so looks like he doesn't know how to respond just yet. He's wasting a lot of elixir, staying at 10. He's going to drop an Xbow in response, and that's going to start going crazy on my tower. Now, I do have a wizard to respond and shoot over the top. I'm also going to drop some arrows as well to take care of that minion horde. He's going to get a decent amount of damage, but now I have a golem rumbling down the lane, and guys, it is so hard to deal with this golem. He's going to have a little bit of trouble, but he does have the minion horde because he had the, the mirror card. So because he had the mirror, it's actually going to save him just a little bit, but you can see how tanky the golemites are, and while he's focusing on that side, my Xbow is going to go ahead and shoot over the top on the other side. Alright, so taking a look at where we are at right now, my minions will be able to counter his minion horde since they are a little bit higher level, and my Xbow is just going crazy onto his tower. He doesn't even know what to do. He's sitting at 10 elixir right now. Guys, you want to play a card as soon as you hit 10, and this Xbow is just going to dominate its way through his top left-hand tower, and he really is just hitting there. I didn't know if he would quit the game, if he wasn't really doing anything, so I hit him with a well played. He's going to hit me with an oops, and at this point he realizes he's in a little bit of trouble. So still holding on to that 10 elixir. I know that he's there because he dropped that chat. I'm going to play another golem in the back. Looks like he'll have a goblin barrel coming at me, so my knight will follow up, and even though my tower will take a little bit of damage, things will still be okay. So now that the golem's going down the lane, I do have enough elixir to follow up with my wizard. I'm going to go ahead and place a wizard behind it, and that's going to be a perfect counter to the skeleton army. Alright, so golem's trying his best. My arrows are going to finish off the rest of those skeletons right there. Even though he is a prince, it's not really going to be able to do too much as soon as I drop my minions. And my golemites are going crazy on that tower. And keep in mind, the golems and the golemites explode just like they do in Clash of Clans. So if you drop goblins near them, if you drop skeletons near them, it doesn't matter. They're going to explode when they die. So golemites are finishing off that tower right there, and it only has 126 HP left as I have another golem going down the left-hand lane. I can't tell you guys how annoying it is to have to keep dealing with these golems. They're so tanky. You can't drop any small ground units because they'll just get exploded. And yeah, wizard's going to follow up that golem. He's trying to make a push of his own with that prince right there, but really not going to be too effective as his base is dying to that big beast right there. Alright, so golem will explode. Looks like his minion horde's going to go for my king tower, but I'm going to go ahead and freeze that real quick while the goblin barrel comes in. And the golemites are going to keep smacking away at that tower with only 10 seconds left. 496 hit points. I'm going to drop a lightning on the top. GG, 3 crowns for the victory. Alright, so pretty solid stuff. Again, Golem plus Xbow is a pretty weird strategy, but when it works, it works. Let's go ahead and check out another battle and see if we can do the same exact thing and maybe even make it a little bit cleaner. Alright, so we found a new enemy inside of the clan So What. I can't exactly pronounce his name, but it's time to go back to battle, and to counter this prince, I'm going to go ahead and start off with my knight. Okay, so knight's going to do a decent job right there. Wizard's going to start shooting down that prince. Looks like I'm going to have an open lane on the left, but he's hovering that balloon, which is obviously going to be really effective. So I don't really have a great card to play against the balloon. I guess I can play the Xbow to try to distract it for a little bit while my tower shoots it down. So looks like it's going to work. I will lose the Xbow in the process, but with only the baby dragon right there, I'm not too worried about its damage. The baby dragon honestly does a pretty weak amount of damage to towers. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it die straight from the shot. And yeah, looks like he's going to drop a witch. I can actually go ahead and save up for my golem right here. And I'm going to play that down the left-hand side. The witch really doesn't do too much damage to the tower by itself. So as soon as it locks onto her, it'll take her out, and then her 3 skeletons that she's going to spawn right after. And now I have a massive push going down the left-hand lane with that golem. And I can start to follow it up with a couple of truce. Alright, so minion's going to go first. Prince is actually a pretty effective card against the golem. He's going to play some arrows on top of my minions, but now that the golem has reached the tower, it's going to start headbutting into it and doing a decent amount of damage. Alright, so he's dropping a couple of troops. Looks like my golem's going to explode and do a little bit of damage. Golemites are still going to be tanking away. I really think they should nerf the HP of the golemites. And my lightning spell is going to do an awesome amount of damage, clean up the knight, and almost kill the prince as he makes his way down the lane. Okay, so with the balloon going towards my tower, I'm trying to save up for my wizard right now. As soon as I get the elixir, I'm going to play it right now. It shouldn't get more than one shot off, and he's actually going to play a pretty mistimed free spell. So now I can go ahead and regroup, knowing that I have an elixir advantage. All right, so he's going to have to deal with that wizard, and as soon as he does, I can actually make a move with my Xbow. So the baby dragon goes down right now. Xbow's going down on the right-hand side. Looks like it's actually going to start off on these spear goblins, and then it should relocate to the tower. So the Xbow's doing crazy damage right now. The wizard's also going down the left-hand lane. I can always use a lightning spell to finish off that left-hand tower, but I decided to use my knight as well as those minions. And the witch is trying to make its way there, but the witch is pretty slow, and it's not actually going to be able to do that much. Alright, so Knight's going to finish off that tower on the top left. On the top right, only 792 HP left on that tower. Also going to drop my lightning spell on top of this prince, and with 30 seconds left, things are looking pretty solid. Now, I do have to watch out because there's only 430 health left on my bottom right tower, as well as he's making a balloon push on the left-hand side. So let's go ahead and drop some minions after our arrows, take out this balloon, and that should be it with only 15 seconds left inside of this battle. Alright, so one more Xbow for good measure. It's going to go ahead and lock on to some of his troops he has remaining, but doesn't really matter. That will do it for this replay here. Another victory with the Golem Xbow combo, and it turned out to be okay. It wasn't the best strategy ever, definitely had its flaws, but still pretty fun against these guys. A 1-0 crown victory, and that will wrap it up for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have used either the Golems or Xbows, let me know with a comment in the comment section below. Personally, for me, I think the Xbows are a ridiculous card, and they should probably nerf it. But still, fun to use yourself. Use it when you can. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.